Live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jezza Moye. This is Good Morning LaLa, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Also available on Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app.
That's right. And today we're talking about cashola, money on Wealth Wednesday, because we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and claim our birthright of prosperity.
Love that. Wake up, cake up, bake up. There it is.
And make it rain. Well, we're so excited to welcome our very special guest today. Good morning, everyone, back in the studio.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, we're so excited to be celebrating hashtag Wealth Wednesday with you. We have got Fia Johansson in the house. She is the world's top psychic investigator.
Wow.
Also the Persian medium. You probably follow her on Instagram with over 1 million followers. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, we are so excited that you're here with us today. We want to know all about the secrets to you doing what you do. But first, tell us, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
Well, my morning routine is about Fia, I am power. The first thing I'm telling to myself, you are the power. And I look into the mirror and tell myself again, you know what you want and you will get it today. And your future is all about 2 hours from now. You get what you want, and you have to help law enforcement, finding a lot of missing people, doing a lot of stuff back and forth with private investigators, a lot of tough guy. So come on, Fia, you're tougher than them. Go for it. That's what I started.
Amen, sister.
I love that.
Go, girl.
I'm surprised you asked how she was, because I feel like that's one question she never needs to ask. That was super sweet of you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
We have got Vanessa Lee. She is the founder of Things We Do and a skincare specialist. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So tell us about your morning routine, how you start your day.
Well, now I feel super basic right next to Fia. That was amazing. I think most mornings I'm just trying to survive because I own a business, I have kids, and I try to find time for myself. But since I'm a skin specialist, I really try to get in a mini facial in the morning so that my skin and my mind is set for the rest of the day.
Wow.
Awesome.
Thank you. That means so much.
Nothing basic about all that. Huh?
No, I'd like a mini facial every morning. That sounds good. We've got Alice Law in the house. She is a specialist in loss and stress,
Anxiety,
right?
transformation,
Wow.
all the above. We're so excited to have you in from London.
Thank you for having me. It's
So
very
tell us, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
My morning routine is how I get my mindset and energy right every day. So I wake up and I meditate, first of all, for 15 minutes. And then I do journaling to mind dump, get all my anxiety, stress out on paper, get some clarity. And then I have a gratitude rampage, just be grateful for everything, write it down. And then affirmations. And then end it with some high vibe music to raise my vibration.
Fantastic.
Love the rampage of appreciation. It's awesome.
That's fierce. Well, thank you so much for being with us. The cast of When Hope Calls is in the house of Hallmark's first original digital series. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, RJ, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
Usually I start off with a little stretch, just trying to get the mind and the body right. But I'm kind of thinking I might incorporate some of this gratitude rampage thing. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me. And what about you, Morgan? How do you start your day?
I start with a big cup of coffee.
Me too.
And then I like to do an exercise class in the morning. So kickboxing or spin, and that's kind of where I get to clear my brain a little bit and then start the day from there.
Fantastic. America does run on coffee, huh? It's incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business. I think we should start a
I
coffee
know.
shop instead.
Seriously.
And then tunes into Hallmark. What about you, Greg? How do you start your day?
I'm kind of an early riser, so I like to get up pretty early and hydrate, get a coffee, do some journaling, and then jump into a workout, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Love that. Cut from the same cloth. I appreciate the workout, people.
Right?
Yeah.
And what about you, Gorgeous? How do you start your day?
I start very early. I do my gratitude journal, and I have a bulletproof, and then I meditate and work out.
There it is. There it is.
There
I'm
it
still not on the
is.
bulletproof train. I think I need to go.
You gotta try
You
it.
love it, right?
I love it. It tastes better than all the other coffee to me. Yeah.
I have to give that a shot.
Yep.
Well, thank you all so much for being with us today. We're looking forward to continuing the conversation later in the show.
Awesome.
These people,
I know, right?
They look like they're from Hallmark. They're all
They do.
pretty and glitzy.
Great
and,
looking and great smiles. And yeah,
Right?
totally. Makes
That's
you feel
one of
good.
the things I love most about Hallmark. It just celebrates the best in humanity.
It does.
Beautiful people and love always wins.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I love the delusion.
Definitely. Yeah.
So good.
Absolutely.
So I went to a beautiful event with Nick Pigeon's group last night, a retreat up in the hills with 22 women. We all sat down for a nice dinner, and then we did some trauma work after.
Wow.
And it was interesting. I think that, I do multiple trauma sessions throughout group coaching and individual clients and whatever. And I think that it's really fascinating that, look, we all have trauma. It's relative, right? Some people have deeper trauma. Some people could just get really upset with a very small incident as a child, but that's still considered trauma. And I think it's really important to just kind of like, for me, the takeaway was really just like, how many people think they've dealt with their trauma?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I
Yeah.
learned from that. I see how it affected my life, but they haven't actually healed the actual trauma. And just, it just makes me I just know, I'm just so happy with what I'm doing because I know it is like the secret really to going to the next level for so many of us. So
Absolutely.
it was an honor.
That's incredible. So Nick is a positive psychologist, right?
Yes.
She's an author.
One of my dear friends.
So she focuses really on sort of mental health, right?
She teaches the girls how to make a lot of cash online.
Yeah, okay.
But she's a
Yeah.
positive psychologist, so we know that the mindset, you have to do the mindset and the skill set.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you say, in your trauma work, Erin, what do you love most about it? What have you found like most effective with people?
Doing what is called re-experiencing. So we go back to the actual process and flatten out the charge around the trauma. And it's profound what happens because you release a lot and you see things and you know that they experience their own creating of their own limitation.
Yeah.
And in that, it like acknowledges the entire thing and makes everything add up. And there's like this discharge of like, but you could ask them, not me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
That's exciting.
I so love doing this show because I think of you two as being two of the most resilient people that I know, truly. And I know, Jez, you've
Rob.
overcome incredible adversity in your life. What do you think, or what have you found that's worked most well for you?
Showing up and shining.
Just showing up.
Absolutely. Being ready to expect the unexpected and believe I already am experiencing the miracles of life that are planned for me, just like I'm going to do tonight at a pre-Emmys party at the Mondrian with Global Intuition. So I'm really
Super cool.
excited.
That's awesome.
Emmy, we're gearing up for the Emmys here in LaLa Land.
I
So
know.
let the fun begin.
I need to like get this whole like thing on my calendar because I don't know when any of these
What's
events
that? Oh, are you kidding? No way.
And then it's like, and I'm scheduling different events, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it lands on the same. Like, is there some calendar for LA for like?
If you're in the know, you're in the know. That's LaLa
Erin,
Land.
I don't know what's coming in an hour from now. I don't even want to look at my calendar. I see all those back-to-back sessions and all the. It's right. So I just stick with the moment.
Sometimes you
Happier
ever
that
wake
way.
up in the morning and go, how the hell am I going to do
Oh
all this
yeah.
today?
I used to. That's why I don't look at my calendar anymore.
It's like, holy cow, if
Yeah.
I can get through this thing. And I've had many times at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, we
Yeah.
did it,
Got through another
So
day.
fast.
Awesome. Yeah.
So funny.
That's
But anyway,
hilarious.
today is Wealth Wednesday. We always talk about wealth. We know the greatest wealth is really our health and connection to divine. But let's talk about money and how to get some money, right?
Yes.
So just 2 steps, 2 simple steps. All you need to know. This is the answer to everything. Ready? You want to have a lot of cash? You need to deal with your mindset and your skill set.
Yes.
That's it. But
So
that's
what's
a
the
lot.
difference there? Because I think sometimes people might not know.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, how far do you want to go down the rabbit hole of mindset?
Well-
If you really want to break through and claim your birthright prosperity, you do have to do your trauma. You do have to do your inner core work and understanding prosperity mindset and really understanding how to shift problems into opportunities so that you become unstoppable.
Absolutely, I love that. One of my favorite areas to focus on is positive intelligence, right? So PQ. PQ is basically the ability to choose your thoughts in ways that are increasingly positive and constructive and productive, and then regulate your emotion accordingly.
Yes.
Executive presence or executive sort of coaching space, we usually refer to that as cognitive agility, emotional regulation, but it's exactly that.
Same
And if you can't really get your mind right, it doesn't matter how skilled you are at anything,
You'll just
because you'll
sabotage.
sabotage exactly the entire time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
unbelievable. What do you think is the greatest quality or trait you've learned just around like mindset?
I'm still figuring it
Still,
out.
yeah.
It's working with the two of you. I've got an in-house spiritual guru and a positive psychology next to me 5 days a week, live Monday through
I
Friday.
think you teach the incredible skill of networking
Yes.
and showing
She's a
up.
super connector. She's a
super
Malcolm
connector.
Gladwellian
Yeah.
super connector, Jess. You're connected to everybody.
Network is your net worth in this town.
It's so true.
Or anywhere, really.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. And part of that is, in order to build relationships and build rapport, you have to genuinely enjoy people.
and genuinely care.
Yeah, right.
Being wholly present and connected and really focusing on the emotional intelligence in the conversation, really tapping in and tuning into the people that I'm talking to, really.
Totally.
So true,
It's
right?
huge.
And then we get to skill set, and skill set is learn all kinds of things like assets versus liability versus whatever, and understanding money. We all
Yes.
know money. Learn about money. How do you leverage it? How do you get loans for it? How do you deal with what do you do with what is money? And really understanding all the aspects of money.
Or you just know the right money people
Yeah,
and let them manage it for you.
That's always great too.
There you go, connector at heart. That's all you need to know, hand it over. So let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to our amazing guests about how they have created lives that are truly wealthy. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
I'm so excited to be here on the couch with all you amazing people.
Yeah.
I'm just in complete awe. Thank you.
Happy to be here. And for those who don't know what goes on, this is a big old, there's a lot going on here. You do this every day.
Live.
God bless you guys. I mean, people, there's a lot going on.
Thank you for having me. This is an awesome studio.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I feel that, actually. I can feel that.
How exciting Motivation Monday. And the guests this morning have been incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you.
And we have Rachel Boston, who is in The Last Bridesmaid on Hallmark. It actually is dropping tomorrow, the 22nd, right?
It is. Tomorrow night's our premiere.
Woo!
Congratulations! I'm so excited to welcome Jason and Ashley Waller to the show. Congratulations on the new beginnings. We're so excited for the premiere on MTV tonight.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.
The book is actually being shipped out today. It published this week.
What?
Congratulations. You guys are
Super
the
cool.
first show that I've actually done talking about the book.
I think this is my first time my book's been up on TV. This is awesome.
Our friends at Universal Pictures have a special delivery for us this morning from a tethered himself.
Ooh.
Have you seen the film Us by Academy Award
my
winner
gosh.
Jordan Peele?
You know, I'm sitting here next to you guys, and it's just like, this is a powerful moment for me. Like, I'm humbled by it, because it's like I'm sharing this movie with you guys, and it's moving for me.
What are you most grateful for today?
I am so grateful to be here and to have the opportunity to be with all these wonderful, badass boss babes and with all of you. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to share the positive messages out in the world, because I think the world really needs it right now.
What we've done and thanking me for the contribution we're making to their lives.
Oh,
and I thought,
nice. That's
this
great.
is what my purpose is. This is why I was born. Now,
Show it off.
Camera.
up to you to choose the winner. Is it Annie? Is it Haley?
That's why I like this show. You know, years ago I did the Dinah Show, which is Dinah Shore, and it was a daytime show. And it was kind of like this. It was just like very up, and it was all positive stuff. They didn't bring negative stuff to the audience. And that's what I feel with this show. It's very relaxed. You know, it's very professional, but it's quite a bit of fun.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch, or you can binge watch. Please binge watch. You can binge watch and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
First TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I am so excited to welcome one of the world's top investigative psychic. She is the Persian medium, Fia Johansson. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Such an honor.
So what was your personal journey to solving some of the world's most unsolvable cases?
I started when I was at the age of 17 back in Europe, and basically I figured out my abilities and what I'm doing and why I'm doing at the age of 7, which was kind of scary.
Oh, yeah.
But I figured that I can talk to dead people. They connected to me or they come through me. Then I felt that I can see things before they happen. Why I can feel and sense people constantly if something going to happen to them. Why I can prevent things. So they take actually almost 4 years to understand about what can I do to help others. How can I help and use my abilities in order to make other people happy?
Amazing.
I left my country and to Sweden, Stockholm. I was at the age of 14. Minus 30 degrees, not knowing any English, any Swedish, just my own language as Persian. Completely by myself. It was hard, but I told myself, Fia. I said, Fia, this is your new journey. You have a gift. God gave it to you to help a lot of people around. And I'm so sure you will have something back if you just activate your gift, which I did.
Amazing. I mean, I think that for me, this is, I feel like the world needs to know this is normal. There's abilities that people turn on as they awaken. And so for me, it's not like you are some, like we all have gifts. But what do you say to people out there that may be dealing with some type of gift that they're freaking out about or they don't know what to do with? What advice would you give them?
We all have some sort of abilities and antennas that we can connect with the universe and unknown, which we don't know about the answer yet, but there is unknown energies. There is something there that you can connect with. Some people, they believe in that. Some people, they feel and sense, and they believe and things happen to them constantly. Some people, they don't believe because they want to be just logic. And if you be just logic, non-biologic important things happen.
Screw logic.
in life.
Stuff anyway. We need both, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So logic and biologic, it has to be hand to hand together. What your question was is, everyone has some sort of abilities, but it depends on if you would love to activate it or not. And for some, I mean, I didn't understand why I can't do it, and I still don't. I still can't find any reason about it, but I do. I mean, one of the things that happened about a couple of years ago, one of my clients walked into my office, and he wanted to get advice about some investment. All of a sudden, I saw the female spirit around him, and I felt like, okay, what does that spirit want from me? What is exactly she is looking for when it comes to that gentleman directly when he walked into my office? Immediately, she connected to me and said, tell him that he has a teenage boy, 17 years, and he's in danger. I kind of felt like, what should I do? Should I ignore? No, I can't. I have to deliver the message. So I look at him and says, like, sorry if I interrupt you because we are talking about investment things, but do you have a teenage boy? He said, I don't have a teenage boy. I've never been married. And I said, well, then you do have a teenage boy. And he was like, come on, with all respect that I have, you know, Fia, I'm not going to believe in this. And guess what happened? She said, tell him, Rebecca, July 9.
Oh, wow.
And I immediately said, Rebecca, July 9. And he was like, what? That was my girlfriend 19 years ago, which she vanished after 6 months when we start to kind of dating. And I was like, okay, but Rebecca definitely not alive because dead people talking to me.
Wow.
You definitely has a child. You definitely has a teenage boy. He is in danger, and you need to do anything and everything that goes to get there. So he said, I don't even know where they are. I don't even know where she is because I couldn't find her afterward. I said, she even mentioned where you have to go. And then I said, FL, Florida. And the rest, you have to figure it out. Find friends, private investigators, whatever. After 2 weeks of going back and forth, he found the teenage boy, 17 years, and was really in danger, poor life, and not knowing what to do.
Wow. So how does that make you feel to know that you had the
Spirit
ability?
communicate with us all the time. They do have a power. They are not gone. So basically, if someone that you love, if something happened to that person, he or she always watching around, look into. So Rebecca wasn't really happy to go, or even other side and go to heaven until to make sure that her son is in happy and nice place together with the dad.
Wow.
And I asked him why Rebecca hid this baby boy, and he said, what the reason was because I said, if you get pregnant, you have to do abortion, and that's why she ran away from me. So you see, after 17 years, he found the boy that he didn't even wanted, but Rebecca forced him to be a dad, and he was so thankful and so grateful until now.
Fia, that's really incredible. Tell us a little bit about your book, Recoding Your Brain.
Yes, my book published 2016, and I do have a second book with Chicken Soup for Soul author, Jack and Phil. Success a strategy, and it's all about success, how to succeed, how to believe in yourself, how to connect with your own universe, which I always tell everybody. In order to connect with universe, you have to first connect with universe inside. If you don't know what you want, you can connect with the other side.
So well said. Incredible. You're clearly very talented, and thank you for all your gifts that you're bringing and everything. So just as you go into wealth, how would you say for people to really connect with their wealth as well?
Wealth and prosperity and money is all energies, because we all made of energies, and money is flows, money is energies, and energies flows everywhere you go. If you ask, it will come. If you don't, it's not. That's what I always say to all my students, followers, and my fans. Your past was 2 hours ago, and your future, or 2 hours ago, and your future is about 2 hours from now. So you should not think that my past was crazy. I was this, I go through this and that, and my future is going to be very bad because I don't even know if I'm going to pay my rent. Because if you are not in the moment, if you are not manifesting the moment, you are not able to get anywhere with prosperities, money, abundance, and material.
So right now, dear universe, we're open to receive.
You can ask and receive. And the first things that you should remember in order to recode your brain or unlock the kind of blockage that maybe you may had from the past, most importantly is to believe in what you dream about. If you bully your own desires, if you feel that you are not deserved to be wealthy, if you not feel good about like to be famous, it's not going to happen. So the first things start from universe inside of us in order to other people believe in us and our abilities.
Thank you so much, Fia. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
Persian Medium. Persian as a Persian, Medium as a Medium. I have my Instagram, basically over 1,200,000 followers, and 500,000 on my Facebook. Thank you so much for my followers and fans and everything, and thank you for having me. I really enjoy my time and beautiful energy here. God bless everybody. I send love, light, and blessing to each of you.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Yeah, be sure to stay tuned. We have got Hallmark's cast of When Hope Calls, their original digital series. We're so excited to have them here with us on Good Morning La Land. We'll be right back. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch, or you can binge watch. Please binge watch.
You can binge watch
and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
That will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning. LaLa on Wealth Wednesday is all about rituals and what we do. We have Vanessa Lee in the house. She is The Things We Do founder, and she's a podcast and a beauty bar downtown. You're going to help us get into our rituals, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Excited to have you.
I have an East meets West beauty bar in the Arts District in downtown LA, and I have Filipino American heritage. And in the Philippines, I always explain to my patients, when we say to another woman, I'm gonna go get a facial, usually what happens is that woman is gone for hours, because we don't just get facials, we don't just get Botox, we do facials, Botox, massage, full body scrubbing. We do, there's an area for women to commune and we all talk and we have a meal together. There's acupuncture, and it's a full treatment for inner and outer beauty. So that's what I try to encompass in downtown LA in the Arts District at The Things We Do.
It's a beautiful area. It looks so serene.
Thank you so much. Yeah. A lot of the design was inspired by my Filipino heritage, and all the rooms are actually, our treatment rooms are not 1, 2, 3. Our treatment rooms are named after my matriarchal line. So my grandmother, my great-grandmother, because they were beauticians in the Philippines.
Wow. Love this.
Tell us about your natural intention beauty guidance.
Yes. So I always talk about how anything that you come in for when you visit The Things We Do has natural intention behind it. So I have about 52 units of neuromodulator or Botox or Jeuveau. Now I just tried in my face, and I have several rounds of filler in my face, also a few syringes. I've done fat dissolving in my face multiple times. My husband's none the wiser. I hope he's not watching. I hope he's not watching right now.
So natural.
Thank you so much. We really do try to just keep true to your conventional and unconventional beauty. And for my face specifically, I really wanted to focus on how I looked pre-kids. and that's it.
That's fantastic. What inspired the idea originally for the bar? Was it this East meets West theme? I just love that.
Yeah, thank you. I've been in the field in the US here for about 10 years now, and I really just drew from what I knew and what I grew up with. And even at home, watching my mom when I was growing up, she would always have many rituals for herself at home. So I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know it was called gua sha, but she would do gua sha on herself in facial massaging before she would place on her makeup before work.
What's gua sha?
Gua sha is found in traditional Chinese medicine, and it's using a stone of some sort to massage the face to bring in circulation. Yes. Oftentimes it's jade, sometimes it's rose quartz here in the US, but yes, that's gua sha. So that's what inspired me, because that's what I knew.
Wow. And what do we have here? The ritual set?
So I brought some gifts for you guys.
Oh my goodness.
We love presents, love language.
My mom always told me never to come anywhere empty-handed, so I wanted to bring you guys some gifts. This is the micro needling tool that I've created. Yeah, I do these live segments on how to take care of yourself at home. Some people don't have access to us, and so I try to come up with tips that really incorporate whatever you can get at home safely. And a lot of people were asking about micro needling tools. What was killing me was a lot of people were just purchasing off of Amazon or Alibaba, and there wasn't a tool that I fully trusted that I could recommend, so I made one. This is a micro infusion tool. So you can do micro needling, which is using tiny, tiny, tiny needles that are only the width of a hair, thinner than a width of hair actually. And you can stamp onto the skin, and what happens is it induces collagen into the tissue, just like when you get a tiny paper cut. In the next couple of days, you have this new skin and new tissue. So after the age of 25, we stop making new collagen. It's the saddest story. I hate talking about it.
So collagen in my shakes, collagen pills, all collagen.
Everywhere we can get it. So with the stamper,
yes.
So with the stamper, we're able to induce collagen by tiny micro injuries. But you would be fine. There's no social downtime. By the evening, you would be fine for dinner if you wanted to. What makes it special, though, besides the stamp itself, is that I prepared a snail mucin and also a moringa leaf extract to go into the chamber.
Oh, wow.
So as you're stamping, the needles are hollow and the fluid passes through directly into the skin.
Anything you can automate, I'm down for. 100%. So what's the difference between the stamp and the versus rolling?
That's a great question. So rolling, I believe, is more popular, and it's more well known in the Amazon beauty base, I think. I always try to educate. This is the treatment that I prefer in the office, also for all skin types. I always try to educate the difference in that in rolling, when you roll the needle into the skin, it enters at an angle and it exits at an angle. And what's happening is you have an unnecessarily larger injury than you need. So the stamping is straight in, straight out, and what happens is you have less susceptibility to sun damage, and you're also getting the collagen induction.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite treatments at the office, and Jessica Alba has come in for this treatment, Lucy Hale has come in for this treatment, and also recently Kaylani, and we've done some facials for Cardi B also. So it's
Good Morning La La Land.
Yeah,
I'm
Good
using
Morning La La Land
now.
Well, thank you so
Awesome.
much. I'm so excited for the things we do. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
Absolutely. You can follow me at Vanessa Lee RN on Instagram, and also our business page is thethingswedo.co on Instagram.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay
Thank
tuned.
you.
We'll be right back with more on Good Morning La La Land. It is hashtag National Sour Candy Day. We want to thank our special friends from Pucker Powder for treating us today.
Hey, what is this?
What is?
I don't know. It's like a.
Leave it to the DIY
It's
experts.
a sugar hookah. This looks like what I would fill up my car with, the tires. You know, the air thing.
For those of you watching who haven't met Tanya Mimi, she is an Emmy-nominated host.
Oh my God, you're so
Southwest House, Homer Colton family. She's a DIY expert, and she's always up for a challenge. So
Right,
why
right
not
there.
give her this sour? Here we go, Tanya.
Oh, come on. Shut up.
Woo! Oh my gosh! Oh my
Wow. Hold on. God.
gosh! She's up for it.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Wealth Wednesday. It is imperative that we get our mindset and our skill set right. And Alice Law is a stress and anxiety coach, helping people deal with mastering their mindset, right? You're in from London.
I am. Thank you so much for having me.
LaLa
Yes,
Land.
we're excited
It's
to
great
have
to
you.
be here.
Tell us about what you do exactly.
So I coach people. I'm a performance coach for bringing people back from stress and loss. So I coach actually predominantly men at the moment, and it's about getting them back to the true sense of themselves so they can be more productive, calmer, more authentic, and more in their own energy, really.
What do you see that is the main kind of block for these men?
The main block with stress is that they believe, because a lot of the men I work with are successful, they believe that the only way to be successful is stress is a byproduct of it. And the two come hand in hand, which is just doesn't have to be the case at all.
It's like no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what led you to this career path?
Originally, I sort of had my path unfolding from my sister got terminally ill with cancer, and it led me into all the mindset, mindfulness, meditation, energy healing. And then from that, there was a lot of stress in my own life, of environmental stress, financial, family stress. And I was like, I need to learn how to deal with this properly. So that will sort of open it up for me. And then with working with men, I love it as well because my dad was very bad at dealing with stress. And I saw how that affects the whole family and everyone around you. And yeah, it's really important to me. So
Fantastic.
And so what does it look like if someone says, okay, I want to work with you? What does that look like? Do you work one-on-one? Do you do group? How does that work?
I work one-on-one. I do 3 months or 6 months, depending on what that person needs. And although everything's laid out, it's mindfulness, mindset, meditation, energy healing, it's really a personal journey for that person because, as you know, everyone's completely wired differently. So it's about leading them back to what they need.
So fascinating.
There was really one of my favorite quotes, Carl Jung. He said basically he'd never seen a healing of anything without a restoration of faith of some kind. And I think that can mean different things to different people. But what role does sort of faith and trust play in reducing stress and anxiety?
It's a double thing, isn't it? It's faith in yourself and faith that things are going to work out in the universe how they are meant to for you. And I think it's a good question because I actually was saying that the other day. A lot of stress and anxiety people internalize because they are worried things aren't going to work out and they don't have any faith in themselves or they don't believe in themselves. So it is such an important thing.
Totally. When I thought everything was up to me, I was screwed. I could not get through the day, man. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's too much pressure.
It is too much pressure.
That's a
I
lot
have
of
trouble
pressure.
just pouring my coffee.
Well, thank you for all that you do for the world and for, men and women out there, whatever. It's important for, I think 90% of people that go to doctors is stress related. So we must master this thing called stress. So tell people how they can work with you, how they can find you.
They can find me on my Instagram handle is lawali_life, and my website is lawali/life.com.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hope is calling. Be sure to stay tuned. We have got Hallmark's cast of their first original digital series coming up later in the show. Good morning.
There they are.
Hi. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. In a digital media world filled with incredible podcasts that are the evolution of radio, EverTalk is bringing this audio experience to television. I'm Jezza Moye, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is an entertainment and lifestyle platform that illuminates consciousness and showcases inspiring stories that offer insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are igniting a positive change in the world. These curated talk shows are hosted by passionate, talented personalities who themselves have been inspired by others to give back through their on-air efforts and create a community to helping our viewers live the life they truly deserve. New binge-worthy content is added daily, and our EverTalk algorithms are designed to give our subscribers the programming they really desire. These shows are streamed in high definition and are available online and across all major video platforms, including Apple TV and Roku. EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere. On EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La. On Wealth Wednesday, we are reclaiming our modern goddess with this gorgeous, gorgeous line here. Dawn Star Collection. Dawn is in the house. She's been to New York Fashion Week this last week, all kinds of things. I want every single piece that you have. I am not joking. I love your line.
Oh, thank you so much. And you guys look amazing.
Oh,
and
thank
everything
you.
that you wear.
What's best about this is really how you merge these high vibe crystals with like chakra placing, right? In a way that is very goddess-like.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us about that, though. Why did you intentionally create it that way?
Well, a few years ago, I have a background in finance. So I've always been, mortgage broker. But a few years ago, I had this feeling that I wanted to explore more of holistic modalities. So I studied crystal healing. I got certified in Reiki, yoga. I did my 200-hour in yoga. So in that discovery, jewelry kind of happened, and so it wasn't intentional. It was an accidental kind of thing where I just took one class, and from how to wire wrap a pair of earrings, I started my collection, and that was 2.5 years ago.
Wow. And now it's literally gracing the runways of New York Fashion Week and LA too. Tell us about the collaboration.
So New York Fashion Week was a collaboration with Tex Couture. So I wanted to show how these pieces can also be worn professionally. Typically body chains, body jewelry is like a summer thing. People associate it with beaches, or I wanted to, Coachella festivals, and I wanted to show how we can use high vibe crystals and correlate them with the chakras, but also in a professional way. So I teamed up with the Tex Couture company, who makes female tuxedos. So a lot of beautiful, very clean, streamlined tuxedos, and we did the body jewelry under the tuxedos. We did some belts. I'm kind of doing a Chanel vintage vibe with some belts now, so that's a new collection.
Just I want one of everyone. Okay?
Right, that
I'm not joking. It's on. I love your line.
Thank you so much. So that's my intention, is to merge healing with style. Put them together.
Did it. Yes. Congratulations, right?
And what about what's coming up in LA?
Oh yeah, and so LA. So I showed with Society Fashion Week. They're one of the venues who help emerging designers. They're also doing a show October 10th through the 12th in LA. The designer is Tarita Torres, and she was San Diego Fashion Week winner and also Vegas Fashion Week winner. So she is going to be doing a nice collection. Her signature is pleating. She does a lot of beautiful outfits with lots of detailed pleating. So she asked if I can collaborate with her. So we're going to be putting some of my pieces on her runway.
And one of your signature pieces is also the hand piece.
Yes.
I wear it
so
all the time.
beautiful.
I wear it all the
time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I brought a sample of one here.
Love it.
And it is kind of my signature. It's something that, I'm half Thai, so I really like the concept of using body adornments in kind of a almost ancient way, but bringing that adornment back to like a modern way. So that's kind of why I love adorning people.
It's so like, there's a presence about it. Like when I put on your pieces, and you've come to Girl Church and Soul Society and stuff, when I put on your pieces, I literally feel like I just feel more of a presence of the
like an
goddess.
energy, right?
Yeah, it really is
I
amazing.
love
You do such a
that.
great work. So
Thank
how
you
can
so
they actually
much.
purchase your pieces?
So I have a website, and it's dawnstarcollection.com. I'm also on Instagram, and it's kind of funny. Instagram has actually been a great way for people just to direct message me and say, hey, I like that piece. I hand make every piece myself.
Wow.
So a lot of times I'll take a picture of it, post it on Instagram, and then it will sell because someone will see it.
It's time to actually delegate that. So that you can, like,
No, she's so good at it.
making all these pieces.
So good at
There's
it.
no way.
It was hard.
so
We did
beautiful.
16 models for New York, and I did from.
But I think that's
every
part
piece.
of what makes it so beautiful and so powerful is that your love and your energy is literally fused into the designs that you are creating.
Thank you so much. And that's how I feel. I feel like, there's a lot of, and I love how other people do jewelry. I know you guys have had someone on your show before who does jewelry, and I looked at her Instagram, and she's beautiful work.
Desert Daisy Jewelry. Does
Yes.
amazing work.
I'm wearing
and
a
I
ring
love,
right now.
and that's, I think we have a place. Like all of us who have our own special niches, all have a place. And I love supporting other artists too. And
Right.
I can recognize good, good jewelry, and I love her line too.
That's right. Badass bitches have niches. That's right. So, tell them again where they can find you and follow you on Instagram.
Instagram is Dawn Star Collection, and Facebook as well, Dawn Star Collection. And my website is dawnstarcollection.com. My company is called Dawn Star.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
You are a
so much.
star.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
We all crave connection.
I'm a big fan of videoing a podcast.
The impact that I'm having people on a podcast is I'm having more impact on those people than I ever did in news.
We want to be heard, but we also need to listen.
Podcasts. I understand they are red hot.
It's actually remarkable how scary to me podcasting is. Everybody should have a podcast.
I really wondered why. I mean, we've been doing this for 12 years. Nobody has done this in other arenas.
We have to change the conversation to happiness over financial success. It was like, we have to. We have to.
Honestly, it was meeting new people who had already heard about what we have done and thanking me for the contribution we're making to their lives.
Oh,
And I thought,
nice. That's
this
great.
is what my purpose is. This is why I was born.
Yeah.
I think this is my first time my book's been up on TV. This is awesome.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch, or you can binge watch. Please binge watch.
You can binge watch and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I am so excited to welcome Hallmark's cast of When the Hope Calls, their first original digital streaming series. Thank you so much for being with us today, you guys. Congratulations. We've seen you on billboards all across town.
And they're all impossibly good looking. What's up with that? Amazing.
That's Hallmark for you. So tell us a little bit about the series.
So it's about the community of Brookfield set in 1916 and the characters that are kind of maneuvering relationships, romance, a little bit of mystery.
There's really something for everyone on the show.
Yeah.
There's intrigue, romance, comedy, drama, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, cross between traditional ranch life, developing of a new town, and all the hurdles that come with it.
But what was it like to be in 1916?
A lot of layers.
A ton of layers up.
Have we changed as human beings?
Yes.
Oh yeah. How?
Well, the show's very based around community and family and those values getting really.
Oh yeah, we're nothing the same.
That tie us together. So it's really nice to kind of put down the phones and tablets and everything and just kind of be with each other on set.
But it's still relationships, as with anybody, no matter the time period. You still have the same.
Relationships and ambition.
Absolutely.
Which somehow are very difficult to navigate, whether it's 1916 or in Los Angeles. How have each of you done that in your own personal lives?
That's a really good question. I think it's something that everyone always contends with, especially in our line of work. It's you're away a lot, so you really need to work on your personal life and your home life, and really keep fostering that and make a conscious effort to do that.
Wow. And watch Hallmark movies whenever you can, right? Family friendly. We have a look at When the Hope Calls.
Great.
What's he going to inspect?
He'll be inspecting us.
What for?
Just a regular thing the government does. They just want to make sure we're taking care of you.
We just need to make a good impression. Make sure everything's clean and tidy and we're on our best behavior.
We'll make cookies. Nothing like the smell of baking to make a house feel like home.
An inspector came into another orphanage I was in. Then it closed and we were all split up.
Is he gonna close this place?
Where will they send us?
Hey, hold on. They are not sending you anywhere.
That's right. We're gonna pass this inspection with the flying colors.
Is it raining in here?
I'll get a bucket.
Oh my gosh, fantastic. What do you guys love most about this project?
Yeah, probably the kids. Working
The
with
kids, right?
Yeah, the kids
Simon,
and the animals.
really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it you loved about the kids the most?
They just felt like our friends.
Yeah.
They're just full of energy and life, and they're so present. So it really makes you just focus on the moment.
And the whole cast is really just fun to be around. I mean, it's become a really tight-knit group, and yeah, it was kind of an ideal summer. Yeah.
So how do you guys find hope when there are times, because in careers that you guys have, sometimes it's hard, you know? How do you each individually find hope in your own lives?
I have my people, like my family and my support system who I rely on, and they definitely bring me back.
Love that.
Yeah, just having a positive mindset. I think the more what you bring into your life is what you manifest. So if you're thinking about hope and positivity, that's what you're going to create. And especially watching a show like ours, the content you consume is going to manifest in your life, I think.
And I think our industry is a lot like anybody else's, right? We come up against a lot of no's in our life, and so getting used to that and learning how to deal with that is really a priority.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep pushing and find the weak links and keep developing, because that opportunity will come if you just keep going, I think.
Fantastic. Was there ever a point in any of your careers where you thought, I'm not going to do the entertainment thing, you know, or did you always know, I'm going to be an actor, and that's my thing?
I definitely gave up, I think.
Giving
up. Yeah,
you admit that?
Yeah,
Through that
definitely.
period?
It's hard, yeah, like the inconsistency, and you kind of get to a point where you're like, I got to find something else to do, but something draws you back into it, the love for it, and then
I was a ballerina.
you come back stronger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but I always knew I was going to become an actor somehow. I was like, anyway, I'm gonna do it somehow.
How'd you make that shift? Was there just a moment or a day where you're like, oh, I'm done with the dance
I just did it. I just walked in. I was like, hi, I have no experience or training, and I'm going to act now.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, I went the education route to kind of give myself a little bit of a bolster there.
Yeah. And debt. Maybe not you, but me. I certainly did. Lots of debt. It was great for that.
There's something that we all just love about Hallmark, being that it is, so good feeling, love always wins, family focus, but they choose each of you for very specific reasons, right? What it is about you that you think represents Hallmark, or why they chose you to be in the project?
I think I went in with a bit more of a brash, kind of cool, little bit of a southern accent.
Are you the bad boy?
Yeah, the kind of the cowboy that represents the traditional ranch life portion of the plot, and yeah, just a little more edgy. I think they brought that in, and I really kind of rolled with that. And
The hair says it all.
yeah, that's
It's wild.
Yeah.
I just try and bring as much of myself to the role. So I think it's just being comfortable in that and hoping that the other side of the camera and the other people can appreciate what I bring.
What is it about yourself that you really brought to this character?
I think I'm very similar to Lillian in a lot of ways. The way that she holds herself, the way that she is very pragmatic, and I think that's what they were looking for, and I maybe just kind of was that for them.
I've actually heard that before. Like the best actors play themselves often, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's so easy.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very positive and smiley, so I think they're just like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like being part of a team, and so I think that lends itself well to this industry. And you're on set with 100 people, and you just do your part so that everything can click along as smoothly as possible. So I really thrive in that environment, and I think that's what I bring to it.
So what can people look forward to? What kind of, I know you can't give everything away, but what can people look forward to?
I think people will be most excited for the romance. I mean, those stories always win. Everyone wants to see, we already have teams set up on Twitter. Everyone's like, team.
Yeah, but there's really, throughout the season, there's a lot of mysteries that kind of have to be dealt with, and my character is kind of in charge of getting to the bottom of those mysteries that unfold throughout the season. So there's really something for everyone.
And at the heart of it, too, is the two sisters who have been separated through a lot of their childhood and reconnecting and building up their relationship again. So we also have that family kind of learning each other, learning how to work together again. That's really
what I love about it as well is the moment you think you have something figured out, there's a twist.
Yeah.
They bring in new characters and new plot twists that just you never really know what's going to happen. Which
Like
they do.
life.
Yeah, they did a good job.
I mean, it's just
Right. And reading the scripts, like we never knew what was going to happen. We were always on the fence, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
I think the viewers will feel the same.
I mean, that's one of the best things about TV, yeah. When you read the script, you're like, oh, cool.
Okay.
We have great
I'm no
writers.
longer safe,
Yeah.
Well, Hallmark is doing a special presentation of When Hope Calls this Saturday, September 21st. But please tell everyone where each of you can be found and followed online, and what's next for you after When Hope Calls.
Sure. Yeah, for me, it's at RJ Hatanaka, Hatanaka. And so that's Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. And I have a few things lined up that I'm still sorting through. I'm headed over to Europe next week. So
Wow, where are you going?
we'll see. We're going to Budapest.
Just for fun?
Budapest, no, for work.
Oh, definitely follow him and live vicariously in Budapest. This sounds fun.
I can be found on Instagram at Jocelyn Hudon. It's spelled like Hudson, but with no S. So I'm describing it now.
Okay.
Up next, I'm just going to relax, play with my dog. Yeah.
Yes. I'm at Morgan Cohan on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm getting to go back and visit my family for a little bit before we go out and do this wonderful Hardee's convention out in Vancouver, and then kind of see what happens from there.
Super cool. You can find me on Instagram at Greg Hovanessian.
Spell it!
Hovanessian, 2 S's. Yeah, I have a big move to LA, so I'm excited to do that on early October. So gonna start getting comfortable and get into it down here.
Well, we're happy to welcome you to LaLa Land. We are America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of today's interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show is streaming on EverTalk TV on Apple TV and Roku.
That's right. We are waking up the world together, you guys. Have a great Wealth Wednesday and claim your birthright of prosperity.
That's
It's going to be a good morning, LaLa Land.